Okay, how prepared financially are you for the year forward here in 2025? The reason I bring it up is early on in my company years ago, of course, I wanted to make profit and cash flow, but the last thing I focused on was having, auditable financials and spending all the quote unquote time and money to have these really trustable financials, right? Trustworthy financials instead of, oh, what's my profit? And even estimating some of those numbers, literally not even using month-end financials, just literally looking at my sales, knowing what my gross margins and SG&A was typically on average, and just estimating. That's sort of the life of the grind when you're a younger entrepreneur. But later on, I learned it's so important to have great financials. And the thing about financials is sometimes we think we're doing it just for the bank. Okay, we got to get an audit for the bank. Listen, those audits protect you, the CEO, from potentially your team mishandling your financials. And I think that's completely undervalued. So as you guys plan for 2025, think about your financials, your competency in the financial side of things, what your goals are. If you have a CFO, what are his or her goals for 2025? And I know a lot of you guys, your companies may be more mature and you got all this nailed, but for the majority of smaller businesses, they honestly don't. Okay, and the CFOs may not really be true CFOs or kind of have the correct acumen in the company as far as like how they're presenting the monthly financials, what data they're giving to the CEO, and not just presenting the numbers, but presenting sort of the action items based on the variances. Okay, that's something that's really, really lacks usually in smaller companies. So think about that for this year, how important that is. And the value, it's not an expense. Okay, there's a value that you can derive from this as a CEO, better margins, and that's also an attitude change within the company. Hope this is helpful.